Hi, you're watching Smart Entrepreneur, a program to inspire small and medium enterprises, or SMEs, towards greater productivity, generating higher demand and achieving greater heights of business success. And inspiration can lead to innovation, and being innovative can give you an edge in business. This includes the application of technology to increase production or operations in a more efficient manner. Let's take a look. SME Corp Malaysia works with various government agencies to encourage businesses to innovate and use technology to manage productivity efficiently. But first, let's take a look at Majaiko, or Malaysia-Japan Automotive Industry Corporation, which was formed through a government-to-government arrangement to help the increase of the output of local vendors in the automotive industry.
Yes, Majaiko is under economic partnership agreement between Malaysia and Japan, and we call Malaysia-Japan Automotive Industries Cooperation Program. And this is the promoting our the lean production system for Malaysian automotive industries to be competitive in the region. So it very much benefit, especially cost reduction and the improvement the productivity and the quality reductions, and also WIP reductions, and there are so many benefits to be more competitive. So our Majaiko team, we have 15 Japanese experts who has experience in the car industries. So SME people cannot have the good opportunities to get the latest the technologies. So we can put in and upgrade it. The total project is 5 years. We are now 3 years right now, and the rest of the 2 years it is very important for future of the Malaysian the automotive industry, particularly Proton and Prodoat. As a national car, it has to be competitive and satisfies all the car users. So we Majaiko is always assist and upgrade their levels to be more competitive in the region. Yes, and we have a 5 years the project, and just now finished 3 years. The rest of 2 years now we are talking to Sumidec and to continue this project for SME and the other the car companies. So this is, and we have 3 proposals right now. So one is to develop local master trainer for LPS. The second is to setting up or organize LPS certificate system for industries. The third is to setting up the LPS National Center in Malaysia. The total project is 5 years. We are now the 3 years right now, and the rest of the 2 years it is very important for future of the Malaysian the automotive industries, particularly Proton and Prodoat. As a national car, it has to be competitive and satisfies all the car users. So we Majaiko is always assist and upgrade their levels to be more competitive in the region. The CEO, Dato Hafsa, will strongly assist our the goal and the directions, and talking to the MITI right now to create the proper organizations after 2 years later. So we are very much satisfied because our the actual result over 3 years, and in the the improvement ratio is 50% now every 6 months, and also our achievement ratio is 120% against target. So we are improving now, and the industry is improving now. So we should accelerate and push up these directions. Yeah, production level, particularly productivity, and also the quality improvement, and also stock reductions, and these areas is a key for cost reductions. Malaysian the industries, car industries, has to be competitive in the region, for these the areas.
As you can see from the interview, Charlie Morodono is confident that Malaysia is on track to becoming a major player in parts manufacturing. After the break, we'll bring you Fadzila Ahmad Din, the Director of Enterprise and Entrepreneurship Development at SME Corp Malaysia. Please stay. What is the meaning of an innovation-led economy? How do we achieve national innovation agenda? What are the challenges faced by SMEs? We're privileged to speak with SME Corp Malaysia's Director of Enterprise and Entrepreneurship, Fadzila Ahmad Din, who will shed some light on these issues.
On the part of SME Corp, we are charged with the care of SMEs. So we really need to prepare them on how they will make the most of the innovation-led economy, meaning they should be the ones who are actually doing something so that the economy is based on innovations that go to the market, that make big money. The beauty about innovations is it is all up to you. Are you ready to take advantage of developments in technology? Are you prepared to change the way you operate? Probably, if you're an SME who is in a position to do that, you are likely to be able to profit, maybe even more than if you had remained in your traditional business. That is why the government is pushing for this innovation-led economy. It is the chance for you to leap into a higher income-based economy. One of the aspirations is that we should all be making more money in terms of income. If we are able to give them the right tools, knowledge, and assistance to a certain extent, they should be able to at least do well in this innovation-led economy. The current grant systems that are available already include that, be it from SME Corp, MOSTI or MDEC, and even from Biotech Corp. There are a lot of funds already available for, I think that will include processes that are for innovations and so on. We actually collaborate quite a lot with MDEC. We also collaborate with MITE to look into how to make the SMEs more innovative. For instance, with MDEC, we have these SME Technopreneur programs, and we organize workshops where they will talk about the technology as a business. They are focusing on the technology. What technology can you make money? What are the things that the market is looking for? Yeah. On the part of SME Corp, we would be there to say that now that you want to start a business, you might want to consider a business startup grant. You might want to consider some of the grants that are available from other agencies, because as SME Corp, we would be able to tell you from end to end as you go along the value chain of developing your business, what are the assistance that you could apply for? Not just money. We also can help you to acquire the skills. There are seminars that we organize with MDEC, and we are also now working with MITE. We're looking into how to develop special criteria for SMEs, whereby if the SME meets certain requirements, they would be given special access to funds because they are innovative. Of course, there will be some qualities that we look at and examine to see whether they fit the innovation model that these are innovative SMEs. Well, there is so much that an agency can do, right? But what we can do is we can give them access to information, right? So we need to equip them with the right kind of information. Things like having technology roadmaps of the industry, that helps a little bit. That tells you where the industry is going. But I think what is important is for the SMEs themselves. I think there is no substitute for you doing your own market research and competitor analysis and also technology scanning, because you can focus on the business that you're in and you can zoom in on things that you know you can do or things that you know that you would like to get into. So at the end of the day, an agency can provide support, but the crux of the matter is the SME themselves. Most SMEs, not all, but many I would say SMEs are competing in a saturated market. That means there are already 10 other suppliers supplying the same thing. So if you really want to come up with a unique product, a unique offering, you need to be a little bit more adventurous and to start tapping into research results or innovation or research innovation. We have an annual showcase called SMIDEX. This normally takes place every year in June. And for the next one, in June 2010, we've already been given the mandate by the Honourable Prime Minister of Malaysia when he chaired the National SME Development Council that the next showcase should be all about innovation and SMEs. Within the SMIDEX showcase, we've had a whole area allocated to showcase the local research results to the SMEs. But we've done it in a very subtle way. We call it Innovations for Business. So that managed to draw in quite a lot of interest from the SMEs because they were actually seeing new products that were created by the universities and research institutes, the local. And we collaborated with the Ministry of Higher Education for this. They gathered those research innovations that were really quite ready to be commercialized, and so that the SME doesn't have to do too much to bring the product to market. So they helped with the selection process, and as a result, we had a very nice pavilion for the innovation for business, and it attracted quite a lot of visitors and interest.
Well, I hope you found that informative. In a short while, we'll return with our regular segment with CIMB Bank, and this time we'll be talking to Ravi Gopal, Head of CIMB Bank Cash Management. How do we speed up business transactions while trying to implement cost savings? And just what is the best way to be in control of rapidly changing business environments? Ravi Gopal, who heads CIMB Bank's cash management, will tell us more.
Cash management is the practice of assisting companies with their working capital needs. The focus really is on working capital, which is actually equal to the operating capital of an organization. Cash management simply helps companies manage, number one, liquidity. Liquidity through shorter receivables days, longer payables days, lower inventories, and greater visibility of their cash movements. Number two, cost management through automation and process efficiencies. And number three, credit control and risk management. So cash management really focuses on optimizing cash flows, maximizing liquidity, and mitigating and managing credit risk more efficiently. Cash management should be seen as an integral part of operating a successful and efficient business. The need to have sufficient cash during all phases of an operating cycle necessitates the need for cash management. All the more if the operating goal is to ensure sufficient liquidity is available to meet all of your obligations and operating expenses. You see, harnessing web-based platforms to better manage working capital are persistent themes that we constantly see whether you're a big or a small company. You see, liquidity has impact on source of funding. You borrow or you convert cash. So the current credit squeeze also has implications on your source of funding and the cost of funding. In this respect, cash management should be an essential component of your day-to-day activity. Now, risk management, credit control are also critical because you need to have visibility on your collections and your payment patterns from your buyers and distributors. So, operating expenses is also a key component of cash management, which means cost management, automation, and outsourcing non-core activities are essential for you to start and grow your business. Margin erosion and competition driving SMEs to look for better efficiencies in their physical and financial supply chains. To remain competitive, SMEs need to conduct their business transactions with a versatile and dependable electronic banking facility that will really help them monitor their cash flows and their trade activities more effectively. By subscribing to CMB Biz Channel, SMEs can benefit from the following. Number one, they can enhance visibility of their cash flows through online real-time account management. Number two, automated account reconciliation, which is important for you to reconcile your books. Electronic payment facilities for all payment needs, ranging from payroll to vendor supplier payments, local payments, overseas payments, etc. Access to collections data and reconciliation to manage your receivables and day sales outstanding better, and the ability to manage liquidity and enhance your yields for excess cash. Ideally, cash management discipline should start at the point of operations and when an operating account is initiated with the bank. This will allow you access to information and cash flows, as well as offer convenience of electronic payments at the very basic level. There are a host of payments, collections, and liquidity management solutions. And if you really look at CMB Biz Channel, the focus is really on the four core building blocks of cash management. Number one, account management solutions that assist companies to better manage their cash flows through account reconciliation, statement downloads, as well as online real-time access to account movements. You can also see your forex contracts, money market contracts, loans, deposits, etc. Through this online platform. The next building block is accounts payable management that aims to expedite payments in the most cost-efficient manner to enhance an SME's purchase-to-pay cycle. This includes intra-bank funds transfers, setting up standing instructions, interbank payments through IBG maps, bill payments, B2B payments, rentals, demand drafts, telegraphic transfers to your overseas suppliers, etc. An essential component of payables management is also payroll that facilitates salary credits and also includes statutory body contributions to EPF, LHDN, SOCSO, and Zakat. On collections, the ability to understand what has been paid against your outstanding invoices and collection reconciliation are essential components that will enhance your collections and reconciliation. CMB Biz Channel is a secure web-based application which can be readily accessible via the internet. CMB uses industry-standard secure socket layer, which is SSL, with 1 to 8-bit encryption, which is the industry standard. We also are compliant with Bank Negara's two-factor authentication, which is what you have and what you know, as a means to control access to the system. This exists in the form of a security token using digital certificates and password control. We at CMB believe that convenience would accelerate acceptance and adoption levels amongst the SMEs. The system that we offer is simple to use and easily accessible. It's also easy to install and maintain. There are no complicated software installations. You can just immediately start using the system. And if security is a major concern amongst SMEs, you'll be glad to know that CIMB was the first to introduce digital certificate tokens for trusted authentication amongst the local banks in Malaysia. SMEs in Malaysia must also position themselves vis-a-vis their peers in the region, such as India, China, Korea, Taiwan, where adoption of ICT in business practices is relatively high. At CIMB, we provide online cash management solutions that are well positioned to address the needs of SMEs who are participating in the global marketplace. Now, cost efficiency is important for competitiveness in the global market, and SMEs should leverage on CIMB's local regional footprint.
And with that, we've come to the end of this program, but we'll be back next time with more business tips and issues for the SMEs. And before we go, here's what co-founder of Apple, Steve Jobs, said. To turn really interesting ideas and fledgling technologies into a company that can continue to innovate for years requires a lot of discipline. Till next time then, see you again next week.